Hey, I'm sitting here looking at ESPN.com, and they have an article in there this morning. It says Big Ben is the NFL's heir apparent to Brady and Manning. I was like, oh, Tony Romo must not be in the list. And I looked down there, and Tony Romo is, and I was like, whoa, And they had their little experts with Jeremy Green, Gary Horton, Keith Kidd, Doug Kretz, Ken Moley, Tag Ribery, and Matt Williamson. All of those guys voted on the top five, well, who were Eli Manning, Tony Romo, Ben Roethlisberger, Philip Rivers, and Jay Cutler. Romo ended out in fourth place behind Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, and Jay Cutler. And right behind Romo is Philip Rivers. And at first I was like, what are they talking about? But I have to remember back at the question I posed to a lot of people who watch these videos, and is if Tony Romo is our weak link on offense. And you think about it, and our offensive line would get respect throughout the league. T.O., even though he's not liked, he gets respect throughout the league. Witten gets mad respect throughout the league. But Tony Romo isn't. And the reason why, I'm gonna tell you who got the most first place votes. Eli Manning has 3 first place votes. Ben Roethlisberger has 4 first place votes because they won Super Bowls. So Roethlisberger's first, Manning second, Cutler's third, and Romo's fourth. Romo's got to cut down the mistakes, because when he continues to make those same type mistakes, the world is looking at him differently from us. The world is saying, "Oh yeah, he's gonna mess up. He's gonna mess." The same way I used to look at Eli and kind of still look at Eli. But the world sees that. We don't, because you love Tony Romo. I love Tony Romo. We don't see it. But in actuality, in the game against Philadelphia, he basically handed Philadelphia 14 points with the interception and the fumble in the end zone. And then our defense wouldn't have had to shut down Philadelphia in that last drive if Tony Romo had hit Marion Barber in those crucial situations. You know, and the only thing I can think for Tony Romo to do at this point is to live right now. Live in the play. Because when you get jittery, and we've all seen it with Romo, one thing goes wrong, and then something else goes wrong, and something else goes wrong, and then it just starts to spiral downward. He has a personality to do this. He has to live in the now. He has the smarts. He has everything to do this. He has to live play by play, and he has to know if he executes this play, we will win the game. And he has to say that over and over in his head. If I execute this play, we will win the game. Don't think about any plays before. Don't think about any plays that's gonna come up afterwards, because one is gone and the other one is undetermined. So you have to stay in the now. And once he does that, when it's big game again, he's not going to show the world his little fumbles or this or that or crucial interception or something like that. He's not going to do it at that point, because he's going to play within himself. And when he plays within himself, he's got the skills to be one of the greatest Cowboy quarterbacks ever. But the main determination on if you're the great quarterback is to win those big games. So I was mad at first at this thing. I was like, and I'm sure Cowboy fans are going to go, because I mean, people would say, I don't know how you even say that he's the weak link. Right now, he probably is. And like I said then, it's not a bad thing, because I wouldn't trade Tony Romo for any quarterback in the league. So don't get me wrong. But in order to get those guys to respect him and not hearing us crying about Tony Romo is the best, and blah, 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 Tony Romo's got to prove it to them. You and me, we know it. So don't come at me. I know the same thing you know. They don't.